Welcome back. I haven't uploaded in a minute, and there's gonna be a lot of background noise. So here we go. Love story, part dos. Alright, so after the however long break I said in the last video, because I kind of don't remember now. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Um, so after the break, we're not really talking. Let's go from there. And Rainbow decides to bring it up. Okay, Rainbow decides to bring up the subject of Trixie, and she goes, Trixie's not really doing well. And I was like, well, I haven't heard that name in a long time, in forever. So I was like, all right. All these emotions started flooding back, and I was like, this is hefty. This is big hefty. So she's like, she's not doing good. She's not doing good in school. She never has. But she's having some problems with some dudes. And I was like, I'm better than those dudes. So I was like, okay, whatever. Let's keep it going. So a week passes by, and it's nagging at me, and nagging and nagging and nagging. So I text her. I'm like, hey. She's like, hi. I'm like, okay. So I was like, hey, are you good? What's going on? And she's like, nothing, why? And I was like, Sunshine told me that not everything's going well. And she was like, yeah, it's whatever. I've been getting in trouble recently, all this stuff. And I was like, dang, she never really seemed like that type, to be really honest. So we start talking, and she starts doing better, and I was like, okay, maybe I did something. Maybe I affected someone's life. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And then comes, like, it's not really summer break. It's the beginning. No, it's not really summer break. It's sometime during the school year, and Sunshine goes, and I exposed her real name. Oh well. So so Sunshine, who's Rainbow. I messed that up. Uh, um, Rainbow, Sunshine. I'm just gonna roll with Sunshine now. Sunshine goes, hey, me and Trixie are gonna go to Western Playland. Do you want to invite anybody? Because it might be weird, just me, Trixie, and you. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's invite one of my friends. Let's invite Graves. So we, it's like leading up to it, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Are you going to the Western Playland thing? Even though I already knew she was, just start conversation. We ended up talking that night, like all night long. Don't really remember much of that conversation, but your boy always flirting. Okay. And so yeah, hang up. It gets to that day, right? So we're hanging out, and Graves is like, yo man, you got this, just go for it. And I was like, I don't know about that. So we're in the car, we're driving, I'm singing, because that's what I do. I'm a singer, I guess. I'm a car singer. Yeah, her dad was very quiet. The whole car was very quiet, except for me. It was an awkward ride to Western Playland. But so we get there, and I'm hanging out, and I was like, hey Graves, try to take Sunshine, so that way I can go with Trixie on the rides, right? So first ride doesn't happen, and I was like, all right, what's up? So I go to Ewan, and I messed it up again. So Ewan, who's Graves, Ewan's like, yo man, in the car ride I heard them talking. I was like, you did? Word for what? And he was like, well, Amory said I don't want to be alone with Sunshine. And I was like, wait, what? And then he was like, my bad, you. And I was like, me? Alright. So I'm skeptical. I'm like feeling off from the ride, I guess. And so we split up because they want to go do some crazy ride, and I was like, not about it. So we end up going to like these little spinny rides or whatever, and it was cool. It was cool. Me and him were just talking about life, school, and stuff. And then we meet back up and we go on like it's like a swing kind of. It goes in a circle, and I was just alone, so I had time to think. I was like, all right, so if it really doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So we go to like a ski lodge kind of ride, and I'm stuck with Ewan, and I was like, yo man, what? Why? And he was like, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't just do it. I was like, bro. So we get off and we go on this ride that just spins you at like a crazy fast speed, and it's cramped. It's meant for like 3 people max, and all 4 of us got in there, and it was a fun time. It was a fun time getting our legs crushed, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. So then we do it again, and we're all like in terrible shape, terrible shape, and like we're all about to throw up. We walk over to like a grass area. We lay down for 5 minutes, and then here comes the cool part. So Sunshine goes, I want to go on that crazy ride again, and Trixie's like, not about it. So Ewan is like, I'm not doing any more rides. I'm done after that. And I was like, okay. So I was like, hey, let's go on this one ride, and it's really big. It's like the roller coaster, and it's fun. It's not anything crazy. It's big, but it's not anything crazy. And then she's like, no. And I was like, that's whack. And I was like, what about the kiddie one? And she goes, okay. So she gets all excited and giddy. We go to the kiddie one, and I'm working my moves. And it's all going swell. We meet back up with Sunshine, and it ends abruptly because Sunshine's like, hey, let me pull you aside. I still don't know what happened in that conversation, and I probably never will. No, scratch that. Definitely will. But her face turned. Her whole expression changed. She walked back over, and I was like, well. And then her dad goes, we're leaving. I was like, this has come to an end. So we leave, right? Awkward car ride because it's complete silence, and I'm the only one singing. Again, except everybody's tired, so I'm figuring nobody wants to hear it, but I'm still gonna sing. So then there's a period of like we're talking, but we're not really talking, and it's getting kind of like to the point where she's like, there's this dude that's not you, and whatever. And at this point, I'm still like, I think I'm in love with this girl, even though I'll never admit it, but I just did on camera. Oh well. So, Sunshine's birthday rolls around, and her dad has this house that he never sold, that he was supposed to sell. So we had it there. We had it in an empty house. And that empty house happens to have a pool. So her dad got a pool cleaning guy, got it cleaned. There was a trampoline that was like 20 years old, barely worked. And we were having a fun time. At this time, Sunshine got a boyfriend, Joseph. So I was like, all right, everything's working in couples. It's going to be Ewan, his girlfriend, me, Trixie, and the boyfriend and Sunshine. So we're hanging out, we're chilling. That didn't happen. Ewan's girlfriend didn't end up going. Then my friend showed up, more of my friends. So it was Sunshine's ex, almost one of Sunshine's exes, and this random kid that I didn't really know at the time. So it didn't work because then Joseph's friend came without his girlfriend, so there was no more pairing at all. And the random kid decided to slide on Amory, and Amory just wasn't feeling it. Yeah, Amory's Trixie. I'm just gonna keep going with Trixie and hope nobody heard that. So Trixie is like, whatever. but they keep going into real small spaces where Anthony is basically like on her booty, and she's like uncomfortable with it, but she's just comfortable with it, like, oh, you know what, we're in a tight space. Yeah, like that. So I was like, yo man, do me a favor, back off. And he's like, no. And I was like, okay then. So it starts winding down. The party starts ending. We all got out of the pool. You know, we started playing hide and seek because that's, I missed that part. I missed that. Ended up telling that part, and so it gets down to trampoline time. When there's 8 kids on a trampoline, it just does this. So everybody was like packed in like sardines. It was weird, but also not weird because I was at the end, and Emery was to the left of me, and Trixie, oh god. So Trixie was to the left of me, and Anthony starts up like, why don't you come over here? And he's talking to Emery, and he has a really high pitched voice. It's pretty funny. He's like, why don't you come over here, like hang out with me, stuff like that. And she goes, no, I'm good where I'm at. I was like, yeah, Point Josh, yeah. So we're hanging out, we're chilling, we're doing what we do, all right. And Trixie is like, you know, I'm just not feeling it. Like, I'm tired. I just want to go home. I was like, okay, like, whatever. Because she's not going home. She's going to end up going with Sunshine to her house. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then Anthony's like, how is Trixie? Out loud. And I was like, that's wild. Like, okay. And I was like, she's the most amazing person that you'll probably ever meet. Like, she's genuinely one of the nicest, you know. She's one of those people that's really like one of the main reasons I like her. She's nice, she's compassionate, she's kind, she's all about it. She's all about it. When she's in, she's all in. So I was saying that, and she was like, oh my god, thank you. And you know, I was like, you know what's better? And then I put my arm around her, and she goes, you playing? And I was like, I'm not playing. And she's like, you're playing, take it off. And I was like, okay, because I'm not like a dude that forces things on females. So I kept it there for a second, and then she like gave me that stank face, and then I took it off. So after I took it off, I was like, dang, she's really not feeling it. And then out of nowhere, one of my friends was like, speaker, and he started playing some Cuco. Now Cuco gets you in your feelings. So I was in my feelings because I was like, yo, I'm really about to not get this girl, you know what I'm saying? So we started bouncing around, and I just like, we're listening to Cuco. So I went up to her and I was like, yo, I really wasn't playing, you know, like telling my feelings. And she was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, wow, all right, that's great, that's amazing. I like that. And so you know, it's the end of the party, and my ride home is her dad, and it just like, it was really weird because she was giving me like a really like, get away from me. So when I get like that, I get like kind of cold, don't really want to talk to nobody. So we get into the car, right? The party ended. We get into the car, like everybody's going home. The dad asked me for a slice of pizza, and I was like, no thank you, because he still had a whole box of pizza left. And he bought like 14, by the way. We ate a lot. And so in the back seat, it went me, Emery, Sunshine, and in the front was Ewan. I don't know what he was doing there. I think we gave him a ride home. Not really sure. So we were hanging out, and like we weren't hanging out. It was silence. It was just complete silence. I had my AirPod in, and she was like, "Can I get one?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I don't even remember what I was listening to. I had like 300 songs on my phone, so I just put it on random. And so we were just playing it, right? And I was like turned towards the window, and she was right in the middle, so I wasn't turned towards her window. Get it? So then she was like, "Hey, are you okay? Did I do something wrong?" And I was like, "No." But I didn't say it like that. I was just like, "Nah." And then I went back to listening to music and looking out the window because I wasn't really trying to deal with all that. So, you know, it's that night, and I was like, you know what? It's do or die time. It's like spill everything and get everything or get nothing. I'm all in it to win it at this point. And a paragraph. I write a pretty lengthy paragraph, and I send it to Rainbow first. And she's like, "Oh my God, absolutely, send it, send it, send it, send it, send it." So I was like, "Alright, send." So I sent it, and I went to bed because I was tired, because I was upset. So I wake up the next morning, and I kid you not, it says, "Thank you so much. You don't know how much that means." And I was like, I wonder how she's taking this. Because I meant it as in, like, you know, okay. So, you know, I sent another one. And I never really asked her out officially because through the time I dated another girl, and I skipped over that part because it's not important. It's really not. It was really not like a date situation. We had like one date. It was not fun. It was not fire. It was not fuego. So I was just going back to chilling. I really should not have that light on. So, you know, I sent her another paragraph, and I just get a THX. And I was like, okay. So I texted her like 3 more times after that, and I was like, yo, this is really looking desperate because she's not texting me back. And that's the end of the story. You know, spilling your feelings out and getting nothing. So moral of the story, don't stop talking to someone 4 months if you're still interested in them, because it's not gonna work, man. That's not how it works. I think like during that time, if I would have talked to her, I might have had like a different type of relationship with her over that time. Would I go back and do it again? Yeah, I'll do it. It was a learning experience. It helped me a lot because I was very angry all the time, and that taught me to have more patience because she would always say things like, not to be hurtful or like directed at me in any way, but she would say things that I disagreed with, and I would get angry, but I was trying to show interest, so I was being nice and not mean. So that's what it do. What was that? But yeah, so moral of this love story is it was two-sided at a time, and then it stayed with me, and then it just ended. And you know, summer 19, we getting out, we doing things, we making moves, you know what I'm saying, on to the next, never wallow in anything. So that's the end of it. I hope you enjoyed this 2-part love story, with one video being like 8 minutes and the other one being 20, because this part was just, it was more recent, so I think I was able to explain more of things that happened. Some of it was useless, but as any good reading or writing teacher would tell you, you need some filler, but not too much. So I hope I put enough filler into this video for you guys to make it worth your while. Also, because I didn't upload for 2 weeks because I got pneumonia, I don't know if I should do my hospital story next or another random tip video. So whatever you guys want, put it down in the comment section below. Subscribe, turn on post notifications, so that way when you see this video, you can see the next immediately. Notification squad, squad up. Also, I've been thinking about names for my fan base, and since I'm Nebula King, you guys can be my Dusties. No, Dusties doesn't work now that I'm saying it out loud. Not Dusties. Maybe Gassies? Be my Gassies? Oh, my selfie light is dying. Oh my. Wait for it. Yeah, it's about to die. It's barely on. So, okay, so Gassies or Dusties or like the Court. You guys can call yourself the Court or the Courties. I don't know. Ease, just put everything on ease. Alright, this was a great video. One take all the time. No editing. That's my style. Alright, see y'all later when you tell me what video you want, and I'll give it to you. Probably within like a 2-week frame, because it's summer, so I'm not uploading. And during school time, I'm probably gonna be like, it's school time, so I'm not uploading. But you know what it is, trying to get a YouTube channel going, trying to get things flowing, you know, doing something different, putting my life on the internet so I can go back and watch it. Or when I die, people can watch how fun my life was. Alright, anyways, this has been a long outro. Signing off, Nebula King. Bye.